La 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 la. People say I'm not gonna change, not gonna change. I know that you like that, you know where my mind's at. Can't be tamed, I'm not gonna play, not gonna play. I know I ain't like that, fucking mama wildcat. Baby, break my heart, give it all you got. Don't that's wild, wild. Don't be shy, shy, shy. Is it love or lust? I can get enough. Don't that's wild, wild. Don't be shy, shy, shy. La 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 la. People say I'm not gonna change, not gonna change. I know that you like that, you know where my mind's at. Can't be tamed, I'm not gonna play, not gonna play. I know I ain't like that, fucking mama wildcat. Baby, break my heart, give it all you got. Don't that's wild, wild. Don't be shy, shy, shy. Is it love or lust? I can get enough. Don't that's wild, wild. Don't be shy, shy, shy. La 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 Baby, break my heart, give it all you got. Don't that's wild, wild. Don't be shy, shy, shy. Is it love or lust? I can get enough. Don't that's wild, wild. Don't be shy, shy, shy.
Hello everyone, I think it's all working. I think the standings are on your screen. I hope it's all working nicely today. It's TRS, it's round 3, it's Saudi Arabia. Nexus have the lead after 2 races. They picked up 44 points last week around China. Bit of an event-filled China. Only 4 clips submitted. And I say only 4 clips because in the past 2 races, Tier 1 and Tier 2, we've had 18. So let's keep it to a minimum, lads. You know, keep it squeaky clean, please. Right, today I am joined by a commentator who, you know, I'm not going to say he's let me down. But no, he's here today. Mr. Joseph, welcome into the comms booth.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so sorry for not fulfilling my my permanent promise, but from now on, I'm here and it's good to be here.
It's good to have you here as well.
Mm.
Well known in the community for doing comms and all sorts of tournaments and leagues. But yes, we've got him, AEC TRS, me and Joseph for the foreseeable. So, anything catching your eye in the team standings? Anything that's got you going?
Yeah, the obvious shout is going to be Nexus Racing. You know, just a few weeks since they've been back and they've been taking Xbox by storm as they did prior to their miniature collapse. But it's tight, isn't it? Just 4 points separating Nexus and Paradox Sim Racing, both in really good form, both gunning. They were getting plenty of race time and overall 2 really successful teams.
A few drivers, a few teams even got -5, and the 2 teams they're not even here now. No, Novus are, Shizu are not. Basically, other commitments. We're looking into maybe putting their PS team. I don't really know. Talk to JT about all that. So we'll flick over to driver standings. Which drivers have been performing the best? Give us a second on that. People are now starting to ready up. You're not missing anything yet, lads. Don't worry. You're not missing anything. But yeah, this is round 3 now, so we're starting to tick through them. Who do you reckon the favourite for the races?
Oh, the obvious names, Skither and Rusty, both in this evening. Perhaps, you know, we associate them really with being first and second best now. Obviously, Stonks as well and Smokey, names that you could throw into the hat as well. It is really tough to tell because obviously with a standard safety car on around here, it's Saudi Arabia. If somebody puts in a wall, the whole race is flipped and they've got to make overtakes on track. So seriously, it is really tough to call. But if I was just to throw a name out there, I'd probably back Rusty. Plenty of commitment going into the game at the moment because, well, it's almost Challenger season. The event, from what I've heard, is an absolute nightmare. But coming here to Jeddah this evening, it's a completely different setting, but he can adapt to those situations very easily.
He certainly can. Only two drivers, two drivers in the first two races, podium, and that was Rusty, who got P3, and then won last week, and then it's Cypher, who got second, and then bronze podium last week. So they're both racing today as well. We've only got 18 because, as I said before, Shazoo aren't here. But yeah, there's your driver standings. I mean, it's only early, lads, so don't take too much into it. I don't believe, Choco is not here today. No, he's not. So Rusty and Cypher, Connor as well isn't here. So it's probably between them two for the championship if they continue the form they are in. We'll flick over now to the stream. There you go, lads, as you can see. It is dry quality. That is what you want to see. Is that really surprised, Joseph?
Oh, considering, well, here's a fact, there's absolutely no rivers in Saudi Arabia, so it's not known for its rain, it's not known for its downpours. I mean, it's been lovely in the UK, we've had waterfall blue skies at times, the weather people say, but Saudi Arabia, it's nothing new to them.
Yeah, you say it's been lovely weather. I play golf. Let me tell you, it's not been lovely weather.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's been like a swamp at times out on the old course. Let me tell you that. So, Rusty, first driver, out on track. He's not waiting around here at all. Rusty, I said to Joseph off camera that he probably is the most informed driver on Xbox right now. I don't think many people can argue with that, to be honest. I think he's winning most races in TTC. He's winning and doing good performances in the past two races here as well. Definitely favourite for the race and probably will be for the foreseeable throughout the season. He really has been a good contribution for the comeback of Nexus, really has been.
Yeah, I agree with you, and obviously we tend to use WR as a benchmark in terms of their top console tier over there, and well, that is really where he's been putting in the races. I think a back-to-back winner now as well. So even with the fierce competition on both platforms now, with the rise of the crossplay league racing, he's just overcoming many things at the moment. He's found himself in a good headspace, which is what I think he lacks. You know, even as recent as a few months ago. So we're seeing a completely different Rusty. Obviously, might time with the rise of Newcastle United, but yeah, he's certainly the favourite.
Yeah, I remember commentating on him when the old Assist 2s, FGWC, was a thing, and he was winning races there, to be fair, when he was at ETE, I believe. So, but yeah, Rusty is about to start us on a hot lap. Do you know the times that they should be looking at, Joseph, to be set around here? I'm not going to lie to you, I do not.
Well, to be honest, I've got a bit of memory contamination because on Sunday I league raced around here in a realistic AlphaTauri. So anything this evening is probably going to seem incredibly quick. Certainly bankers, we're going to be talking 27s easily, but we shall see.
It's notoriously known as a wheel track, I've been known to believe. I assume most of these are actually on wheel. I couldn't tell you how many are or how many aren't, but there's definitely a few here. Now, this is going to test your AEC knowledge, Joseph. I'm literally going to put you right on the spot here.
No.
Which driver in this lobby right now has raced in Tier 2 before?
Tier 2?
Tier 2.
Tier 2?
Yes.
Is it one
This
of the
season,
SLR
actually.
drivers?
Or was it last season? What would you say?
Is it one of the SLR drivers?
It is not. No.
It is not. Is it Joe Murphy? Because I don't feel like I've seen that name too much.
It's not Joe Murphy. It's actually Furious.
Is it?
Down here for the Bonga boys. He stuck him in Tier 2. I don't actually think he won races there. I can't really remember. But yeah, then he got moved straight into main team and now he's in Tier S. Mr. Rusty, 27.2 for a banker time. I'm not, not going to say that's good, but that's bloody good. And then 27.2 for a banker time, considering everyone's been saying it's low 27s. Mr. Rusty, he's back again, lads. Mr. Stonks goes right in there with a stonking lap, and that might be a track extension from Smokey there. He definitely went over the white lines. You know, I'm not going to call him out on it, but if anyone wants to clip it, feel free to use the content. So, Stokey, next driver to cross the line here. Is he going to match Rusty? No, he goes P4 with a 27.6. It's very close already.
It is, and I mentioned 27s as a banker. Rusty almost exceeding that expectation already. His teammate Levi up into third as well, 1-3. Vital for the championship leaders. As look at that from Ogween, if I've said that correctly, a 27.5 slotting into fifth, and Skither as well, and PSR right in the middle of the two NRX boys.
Yeah, Mr. Ogween, some more AEC knowledge for you, Joseph. Ogween actually won a Tier 1 race this season. So a lot of drivers, you know, I think Ogween's only recently just turned his assists off as well. If I'm not mistaken, he was also in the assist 2s back in the day. So Ogween, a very, very new driver to no assists, but he's only 3/10 off Rusty, so, you know, he's pretty decent. Will toes get used around here? Do you reckon a bit of teamwork? But is it possible, really?
Well, it's certainly allowed, as we know, but, well, if there is, I mean, it's difficult because the straights, sorry, aren't actually straight. You've got 3 or 4 kinks on some of them, and that just does make it difficult to follow because you can set yourself up on different lines for the corner ahead, and yeah, I'm sure we will see it. Where we'll see it, I don't know. That's a completely different question in itself. Perhaps towards the final corner, or even the start-finish straight if drivers go out of sync for whatever reason, but difficult to execute.
Axe, there's no team. Shazoo dropped out during the week. We are in the process of putting a new team in. I'm just looking at FRT here with MK and Chelsea fan, both ex-AM drivers, I must say. Only recently Chelsea fan did join. I think he did one race. A bit like yourself, Joseph. You know, you join and then the team dies. But hey, Tier 1, there was about 5 ex-AMN drivers. So, you know, we're known. I nominate Term Racing. I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. So, everyone's now starting to come in the pits. Only a couple of drivers out, and that is Smokey, who looks like he's on an in-lap, and Egger. Is Egger? No, Egger's also on an in-lap. So, no one is on a hot lap, Joseph. Absolutely no one.
Splendid. Should I fact drop? I'm good for my fact dropping.
Do it. Feel free.
Did you know women were forbidden in driving until in Saudi Arabia?
For God's sake, we don't need to
2018?
bring up human rights already.
No, but this is the interesting part. In 2002,
Okay, here we go.
salaries of chauffeurs driving women in the country accounted for 1% of the national income.
Right, there you go, everyone. I bet you didn't know that, did you? You know, you'll take that. It's just the way you
Educational
start.
stream.
I loved it. So, Rusty, back out again. He's not messing around, Rusty. He's probably going to get 3 hot laps in through all of this. He's close to Cypher. I said Cypher at the start. The 2 drivers that have been both on the podium in the first 2 races. And who wants more facts? Feel free. No one's on a hot lap. If you've got another fact, go for it.
I shall try and find some more. I've just got to make it relevant, you see.
It's all good. Gemma Collins currently sat in P18. If you didn't know that, that's Gemma Collins, everyone. So back to Rusty. Rusty, can anyone get in the 26s here? I assumed he can because someone said they could, so I believed him. Who will do it though? How many will do it, if anyone? See, Rusty, you know, people might not notice this, but if you look at his Delta, he is braking and accelerating heavy. He's trying to burn fuel. Is anyone else trying to do that? Is this something that no one else does? Or am I just seeing things?
Stonk's revving out 6th gear at the moment into the
See,
final
they're braking
corner
though
as
with
well.
accelerating. They're burning fuel. It's you know, it's a good move though. It's a good move. The engine might not like it. Like your engine might be not thanking you after the race. Predicting the top 3 getting boring. I mean, that's where the thing is. When you have someone who's a favourite, it's a bit like when Elite was on Xbox. Whenever he raced, everyone wanted him to get beat, and when he did, the race was amazing. TTC final, I remember he made a strategy error, and the final became super exciting because he made an error. It's probably similar to Rusty. As much as Rusty's a good driver, Probably people don't want to see him win because they want to see someone else win. That's just the way it is. That's just life. It happens in Man City, it happens in anything, any sport. You always want to see the favourite get beat.
Indeed. I got quite sick actually of being asked who do you think the top three is going to be when Otis was around with. But with all due respect, you've just got to keep saying it because if you say someone else, you just look like a mug for predicting the person who finishes 12th for the sake of it. But yeah, Rusty, he's flying a 10th up. Could, with a good final sector, sneak into those 26s on his second run.
Certainly could. He might be the only driver who does that, but yes, Rusty, a 10th up, entering the final sector. He's got one more turn to go, and is this going to be the first one into the 26s? If he has a good final sector here, he well and truly could be. Doesn't touch the wall like Max Verstappen did. DRS wide open now, and he's on his way to the line. Mr. NRX Rusty, is this going to 26? No, almost though, and it's a 27 flat.
Together next up, DRS open, or is this... It looked like he might have gone again. Apologies, yeah, that is an outlap. I was just being baited, if you like, by the outlap glitch. It was Stokes who finished the lap. He improved basically to match Rusty's first lap time, but it's still not enough. Levi just crossed the line as well. It's just hard to tell who's on a fly lap at the minute, Tom.
Yeah, there is a bit of a glitch in that system. I have seen that. Levi, yeah, it's not helpful. Anyway, someone needs to keep an eye on it. Just Cypher. About to finish sector 1 here. Keeps it. Oh, he's invalidated.
Classic.
Never mind. He was up on his time though. He was up on his time, but he has invalidated. So that's the end of that. His teammate is just ahead of him. I wonder if they're trying to think about a tow.
Yeah, possibly. They were just timing their laps, so as one driver finished, the other one started. And
But there you go, Joseph. Look at the Mercedes. They were giving a tow. Mr. Egger getting a lovely slipstream there off Rev Caterpillar. Egger currently sat in P15. The first team we've seen use the teamwork, and DRS now activating an Egger on his way to the line. Currently sat in P15. Can he get himself up the grid? P7, 27.6.
the driver behind him, Stokey, has found some time in the first sector. He's coming to the end of sector 2 now, and the driver, we all know, loves his cockpit cam, and he is rapid in said cockpit cam. Ending sector 2 now, he's 3.5 tenths up, so could he perhaps make an appearance in the top 3 here, Tom?
He certainly could. Sector 3 now here, DRS. This is where you saw the toes of Egger and Rev Caterpillar. Stokey does not have that luxury here, but on his way to the final turn now. Yellow flags just ahead of him. Looks like the driver's just peeling into the pits. Hopefully nothing's going to cause any issues. DRS now activate, doesn't touch the wall, and Stokey on his way to the line as the top 3 is still in the pits. Stokey to the line goes P5 with 27.2. That is now 4 drivers in the .2s.
Certainly so, and on a different day, that could have been P2 at the moment, and a provisional front row start. Looks like Smokey is on an in-lap. He's down in 6th at the moment. Surprising not to see him within at least a couple of tenths of pole position at the moment, but it just looks like we're coming to the end of those second runs, and still it's Rusty who leads the way here in Saudi Arabia.
Certainly does. Mr. Roz is out on the mediums, currently sat in P16. I don't really know why, but hey, he's doing it. He's on. Mr. Chelsea fan has invalidated his lap. Stokey, I believe, has an in-lap. Smokey also on an in-lap. And yeah, I think that is it for the first runs, and Eggers into the pits. Race Roller looks like he's on an in-lap as well. And that is it for the second runs. Rusty now 2 tenths clear, well, just over 1 tenth, 27 flat, plays a 27.2, but PSR 2 and 3. And look who's 1 and 4. Look at that.
Yeah, it's really exciting because it's our leading 2 teams in the championship, as I say, and well, when any one of 4 of them could take pole position, you know, you're in for a good competitive race ahead. We've got Chelsea fan out there. He seems to be the only driver on a flying lap at the moment. Hasn't set one yet, so this is going to be an important banker for him, because if he can get back into the pit lane, he's got something to try and build on for his final run of the qualifying session. Might not be a Chelsea fan, but I'm certainly a Chelsea fan in this case, as he clocks in the second sector split. Just a few more corners to go. 27 in total. A couple more left-handers. There's 25. And the next kink is 26. And you guessed it, the final corner, turn 27, where we've seen accidents down the years. One notably in qualifying, as you picked up on earlier, that looked a little bit wide of the apex. And is he going to pull into the pits here? Yes, he is.
Beautiful call there while he comes into the pits. Like, what a waste of time. You could have told us, Chelsea fan, that you were going to do that. So, drivers now coming out for the final few laps here. Joe Murphy and Mr. Stonks in P2 coming out here. So, we're going to stay on board with Joe Murphy, as he'll be the first driver to possibly start his final lap. Let's see what as he extends the track, but that doesn't matter. We have been requested a fact. Someone has paid 500 points.
Oh, they've paid for a fact. Oh my goodness.
The paid money, yes. AEM points, I think it is.
I've got a Saudi Arabia fact. Here we go.
Go
Saudi Arabia has a total land area of 2,150,000 square kilometres.
How many football pitches can you fit in that?
I have no idea. Let me try and work that out for you.
That will take a bit of a calculation. So, Joe Murphy, on his way now. Let's see, can anyone get in the 26ers? Surely with track evolution. Teamwork. Rusty is the most likely to get into the 26ers here. He is the most likely. But then again, Stonks. Is Stonks on a lap here? No, it's not. It's just the game being the game. It looks like when they enter sector 3, it puts them on a hot lap. It's like the out lap just disappears as soon as they start sector 3. Definitely a glitch that has only just come into the game. I've never really seen that before. So, Mr. Joe Murphy, can he get anywhere near Rusty's time of a 27 flat? He will need 7/10 of a second to get anywhere near. There's yellow flags ahead of him here. I really hope this isn't going to hinder his lap. It looks like there's a Haas and a Mercedes literally a corner away from him, but you know what, he has nailed this first sector here, and I'm sure this is going to be up in his time after sector 1. Surely it is. Mr. Joe Murphy now, is it? It is nearly 2/10 up on his time, Joseph.
He is, and he rounds the turn 13 banking, 12 degrees in total. Yes, a fact bombed yet again. And who's this in front of him? Because he certainly doesn't look like he intends to be there as a Haas. He pulls out the way just in time, and that could have well thrown him off for the corners that followed. A quick right-left chicane, and now he blasts down the backs, not so straight, where there's a couple of kinks. Bit wider now than was in real life. You've got a bit more visibility, but he's flying here, over 3/10 up. Could put himself into a very nice position, perhaps aiming for a top 6. And who's this in front of him? Because he's looked like he's giving an unintentional tow. He's encountering all sorts of traffic on this lap. Just one more corner to go, and he will be able, if he needs to have another go. But I don't think his ERS will quite give way to that. DRS open, then hugging the inside line, reducing the distance to the line. It is P6 for Joe Murphy.
Mr. Joe Murphy goes P6, and where's Stonks going to go right and behind him here? Stonks on his way to line, currently sat 2/10 behind Rusty, and he goes provisional by 1 millisecond, everyone. 1 millisecond. Rusty, though, is about to be starting his final lap, and it looks like Stonks is done there. I don't think Stonks will go again. Cypher also just starting his lap. Levi goes into P3. Looks like he's done as well. So it looks like Rusty now, this is the lap. Is this the lap of the weekend? Or Thursday.
I was going to say, what day is it? I'm
you know what I mean.
completely thrown off by all these tournaments nowadays. But Smokey, wow, he is finally starting to bring something together by the looks of it, committing dearly at the exit of Sector 1. He's about a 10th up at the moment, just trying to flick through drivers. Stokey starting a lap time at the moment. Levi up on his time as well. Rusty coming through Sector 1 and just trying to
We're on board Rusty here, Joseph. We're on board with him. Take us away. Is this going to be the pole lap?
Oh, I dearly hope so, because this looks like an absolute storming lap so far. A couple of tenths up in the first sector. He's going to go deep into the 1 minute 26s if he just nails the second and third sectors, using all of the track on entry, all of the curb as he flicks it through the left. He's got a slipstream as well. This could be one of the laps of his life, really, NRX Rusty, as Levi, absolute hero, giving him the slipstream, 2.5 tenths up through turns 21 and 22, through 23, and Just 4 more corners to go then as Skither goes quickest with a 27 flat. 3 drivers now on a 1 minute 27.0, but Rusty looks like he's about to smash it out of the park. A couple drivers coming up to the line as we speak. Smokey was one of them, McCabe Sam was the other, getting within 2 tenths of Skither, but behold, NRX Rusty, pole position by 2 tenths of a second. What a lap.
What a lap. The teamwork there. Do you know what? He probably didn't even need it. He didn't even need it. Someone else was up at the time. It's Mr. Stokey. Is he about to be joining Rusty on the front row? He might do. He really might do. He goes to the line and he does. 26.9. Maybe the toe was really helpful in the end there. So, MK last driver out and MK's on an in-lap. That is his session done. So Rusty takes pole by a 1/10 of a second. Stokey left it late, gets P2. Then it's Cypher. You said Skinner. That really threw me off then when you said Skinner, because I thought of Lewis Skinner and I got excited. Cypher P3, Stonks P4, Smokey P5. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. If I don't see a photo of Rusty and Levi out for dinner in the next few days, I mean, that 10th I think was just enough in terms of a slipstream. Rusty and Stokey. Wow, what a great front row. I'm excited.
Let me just check race director. Was it sector 2 he got the toe in? I think it was, right?
Just at the end, yes.
So 28 flat Rusty did, and Stokey, yeah, there you go.
That was it.
The toe got him the pole. 2/10 of a second he gained in sector 2 on him. 2/10. Look at that, 28 flat there for Rusty, and then you go down to Stokey, 28.2.
Credit
so there you
Stokey
go,
then
the
as
teamwork.
well.
Yeah, fair play, Stokey, mate. Fair play. There's your classifications of quali. I'll scroll down to the end if I can just get in. Yes, there you go. Gemma Collins and Chelsea Fan did not set a time, unfortunately for them.
Unfortunately.
Right then, so we'll ready up at 30. Yeah, I think we'll do 30. Ready up at 19:30. There we go. Bish bash. Bosh. Remember, lads, there is no formation lap, so we're going to get straight into it. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. I think there's going to be some music on the next slide. Actually, no, you know what? We're not even going to touch the next slide. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Go and get yourself a cup of tea. I'm going to go and get some water. Joseph, if you want to keep him entertained, feel free. If you want to go and get some water, do that as well. The only way is up for St George, lads. Come on. I mean, damn, I hope Gemma Collins puts in a good race, mate. I really do. Back in a couple of minutes, lads.
Right, hello everybody. You're on Radio Leicester now. Not to be confused with the BBC, but I've got through my little Diet Coke and some consumer advice. It is better than Tesco's. I'm sorry, Tesco's once replied to me on Twitter. However, I've got to say Lidl is clear with their Diet Coke. So I'm going to go and grab another one, if that's okay, because we've got 3 minutes. 3 minutes to play with here. Hopefully no... Oh my god, somebody's readied up. Somebody's readied up, guys. I can't go. I can't go. Oh no. Who's in trouble? Somebody's readied up. I might have to
Is someone actually readied up?
Yeah. Are you back?
I am back, but we'll restart. Don't worry. We'll have to restart. I literally got in the room then and saw it counting down. It'll be a restart, lads. It is what it is. It is what it is. We don't normally get many of these, to be honest, but when we do, Joseph, if you want to leave and set the new lobby up.
Yep, that's fine. I'm on that.
Whoever it was, I hope you step on Lego.
I shall have to find the grids because...
I will find it for you. I'll find it for you.
Perfect.
Whoever it was, I hope you step on Lego. I do.
Right, lobby is on me if any drivers are watching the stream. I'm appearing online, etc, etc, etc.
I appreciate it. Oh, that's you.
I was giving some consumer advice in the break.
Oh, what were we saying?
I was saying that Lidl Diet Coke is better than Tesco Diet Coke. Like the
You
own
can't
brand
say that. I
version.
work at Tesco, so you can't be having that.
Yeah, Tesco once replied to me on Twitter.
Are you abusing them?
No, I was saying how good their mango juice was. And... Was it
Right,
clear?
Now join.
We'll assume it was clear. It wasn't gonna rain, was it?
So this is not a league, Mr. GG McClutch. This is an esports tournament. Feel free to join a team and get yourself in if you want, mate. You know, feel free.
So we're on. That looks okay. It's standard safety car, isn't it? Rather than reduced.
Yes.
And I think that's it. I just need to switch it to Saudi Arabia. And then people just need to join and help with invites, etc.
Okay, right, lobby is open. Happy days.
Race Roller has said interesting comms. Maybe they don't like consumer advice. Maybe they don't like facts. I'm just bringing something different.
Interesting comms, Race Roller says. Hello.
Yeah.
We're just chilling now. I'm just arguing with people because they believe it shouldn't be a restart. So, feel free to join in, lads. We could be here all day. Why are we? Why are we? JT, I swear to God, mate.
Right, let me start
We didn't.
piecing the grid together. Feel free to double check the settings while I'm doing that, because I know what I'm like. I've just put it on random grid. Wait, what? Custom grids, I was going to say, what? Rusty P1. Bloody blah.
Oh God. You redeemed a fact. I mean, Joseph's been reeling them off here.
It's not infinite facts about Saudi Arabia. I don't know where I can get any more, to be honest. It's quite a censored country, isn't it? Don't really like telling the truth.
Right, are you ready for the grid?
Yes, I'll do what I can.
So Rusty's on pole.
Mm-hmm.
Then it is Stokey and Cypher.
Yep.
Stonks and Smokey.
Yep.
Levi and Sam.
Yep. Just got a
Joe
lack of
and...
people, so I'm just filling in people. Moment.
Wait, am I missing something? Was Alison in that lobby? What?
Apparently.
I'm not even joking, lads. I didn't even... That's thrown me off, that. That's actually really got on my head. I didn't even realise. Alison P9. Egger and then Ogween.
Yep. Here's Alison.
Furious Race Roller.
Right, I've got to go up now because people are joining and I need to...
Okay.
Right, we've got 15 in now, so... I had it and now my screen's gone black. What's going on?
Right, where are we at?
Right, Stokey's here now. We've got 17 in, so let's go again. Rusty,
Okay,
Stokey.
Rusty. Cypher,
Yep.
Stonks.
Yep.
Smokey, Levi.
Yep.
Sam, Joe.
Sam, Joe. Yep.
Alison, Egger.
Alison, Egger. Yep.
Ogween, Furious.
Furious, the only one we're missing, but yep.
Race Roller, MK.
Yep.
Hang on, I'm just waiting for myself to scroll down. There he does. He does that then. Rev Caterpillar and
Yep.
Roo, Flying Rossi, Chelsea Fan and Gemma Collins. TRS is no assist, Fortnite Gamer.
Fortnite Gamer. Wow.
So we're just waiting on one more. Just waiting on Mr. Furious, lads, now we can finally get away
Oh,
with
here he
this.
is. Where does he slot in then?
He slots in P12.
P12.
Just behind Ogween, just ahead of Race Roller.
Should we go one more run through? Just
Yes, go for it.
Rusty, Stokey, Skither, Stonk, Smokey, top 5.
Yep.
Levi, Sam, Joe, Alison, Ogween,
Alison, Egger, Ogween.
Egger, Ogween. Yep.
Then it is Furious, Race Roller,
Yep.
MK, Rev, Flying, Chelsea Fan, Gemma.
That looks good to me.
Right then, lads. You can ready up. I will ping them all now. Happy days. P1 and... I can't remember. I'll check in a sec, chat. I'll check in a sec. Right, finally we get on the way with this. Finally we get on the way. Who, I think it's got to be Rusty for favourite for the race. It's
Yeah.
gotta be.
I mean, Stokey. Not quite sure about race pace, but 25 laps to come. It ticks by very quickly because in terms of race time, it's a very quick lap compared to the distance we run. So we'll see.
Right, we shall get on the way. In a couple of minutes, it is a dry night. I think you said it to clear, didn't you?
Yeah.
Let's get on the way. Where did NRX qualify? Let's see. It was P1 and P6. Do you?
Excuse me. Oh.
Yeah, 1-6. Loveland's got it in there. So, Joseph, would you like to call a start, son?
Oh, I will try. That's if I don't collapse halfway through. The flu has got me again. Every time I commentate, I'm provoking it getting worse, but who cares? Who cares? Final predictions from the live chat would be absolutely terrific. We do get a mix with plenty of diverse viewers from all the different teams, so everyone will have
Yeah,
their
we get a good
favourites.
following from most
Yeah,
teams, to
yeah.
be fair. Like in the assist tiers, you get ART. ART that come in, they have a good following. PSR obviously got a good following. Crispy's always in the chat.
Crispy's
Crispy's got good
an
head and
average chat.
shoulders. No, 9 times out of 10 with me, Crispy sound. As much as I know he can be a bit of a troll, I have a bit of time for the lad. I do. Got to remember him from back in the IRL. Was it IRL? I don't know.
Oh, we've got
some league he did.
inflation. We've got inflation on the request of fact.
Look at the inflation. Look at the inflation.
Inflation.
1,500.
Interest
We
rates
have got
up
Tom
to
ASMR in
4% today. Economic news
Right.
and all that.
There'll be a penalty, lads, if you don't ready up.
Just don't start the. I think they took my message literally. I'll try and stat bomb in
Thank you, lads.
the race call.
Yeah, go for it, lad. Go for it.
I'll
Yeah,
stat
we can
bomb.
take
I'll
it in
stat
turn,
bomb.
whatever.
I've got a stat. Yes.
I can't really see what's going on because I'm holding the camera. So if anything happens to the back, we're going to sacrifice that for today. But Joseph, take us away. We've got cameras on the leaders.
Let's go. Welcome, then, to the Jeddah Corniche circuit here in Saudi Arabia, and the 5 red lights are upon us. All 5 on and out. And in a moment, we'll be underway, and NRX Rusty leads us away in the 220-metre run to turn 1, and he's absolutely left Stokey for dead. He's under pressure from Skinner, the American, around the outside. He grabs the inside into turn 2. Stock's trying to make things happen, but he's already been overtaken by Smokey. A crucial start for them. Levi dueling away with Sam into turn 4. Very easy to pinch yourself on the inside, and indeed through turn 5. A great start by the Visceral duo, but he duels away with Levi side by side through the end of the first sector. Levi holds on around the outside, and we have had a couple of moments at the back. Race Roller and Rev Caterpillar victims on lap 1.
Yeah, do you know what? At the top of the grid there, very, very clean start for everyone. Rusty's got himself a nice little buffer already over a second gap. There's only one driver in a bit of a hard sandwich here. Mr. Sam, he's on the medium, trying to get a couple of gains if he can on these medium compound. But do you know what? For the majority, apart from the back two, it's a very, very clean start. And you know what? In past AEC races, we've not had that. So you know what? That is a good start. But Rusty, a second clear already.
Yeah, Stokey under pressure here. Smokey is using his ERS already because he wants to stick with the front two where DRS is enabled on lap 3. And lo and behold, that is a very simple move. Excuse the couple of voice cracks there. That is just the way my speech is at the moment, unfortunately. But Smokey is through. Just 1 second gaps though. They're trying to hold on. Skither using all of his ERS. Rusty trying to break away, but isn't finding himself using too much.
So lap 1 is underway, done, and Stonks and Stokey going wheel to wheel here. Out of turn 1, turn 2, and Stokey's got the upper hand here. Driver right behind him, Levi, who qualified in P6 and currently still sat in P6. Sam on the mediums is hunting them all down here. He's really putting the pressure on, and you know what, he really needs to if he wants to make this strategy work. Something's happened at the back. I think Furious is dropping a few, and it is Furious dropping a few. He's dropping about 3 or 4 positions there. Tell you what's going to be a big factor in this race, time penalties. It really is.
Yep, easily done, especially through the end of Sector 1, where you can easily cut, turn it too early, turn it too late, and run wide. And there's a very easy warnings to pick up. McCabe Sam obviously had that battle with Levi in the opening lap. He'll be disappointed he didn't make the move stick because he's on the medium tyres and he'd want to prioritise track position early on in this race.
A couple of drivers on the softs as well. Same team. I don't know if this is a good call, to be honest. It's not a track notoriously known for overtaking, how tight it is, to be honest. But overtaking is what Ogwin is after here. ERS on here. Can he get a move on Allison? You know what? I didn't even know Allison was in the race until I checked the grid. That's how bad I am as a commentator. But hey, something's happened at the top. Stonks and Stokey going wheel to wheel. Oh! Bloody hell! Stonks going right into the Stokey there. And if you check that wall, lads, there is an imprint of Stokey's car. That is what just happened to him. And Stonks into the pits. I think Stokey's going to follow him, Joseph.
Yeah, no, this looks like perhaps a wheel problem for Stokey. It looked like he just completely lost steering there. I've not seen an incident like that before, and he struggled to get going again. It would be really unfortunate if his wheel has just disconnected or something of the sort halfway through the battle, because that's what it looked like. I don't want to pin too much blame on him at this moment, because well, I mean, it's so easily done with these very fragile Fanatechs that many of these drivers will be using. But wow, Stokey, so unfortunate. His great qualifying has gone to waste, but spare a thought for indeed Stonks, because well, that's his race ruined as well. And Paradox Sim Racing just 4 points behind in the championship. Sorry, it's Advantage Nexus once again.
Mr. Chelsea fan going for a move here on the back of Gemma Collins. I don't know if he can do it. He's on the softs and Chelsea's on the mediums. Yeah, that was not great. I'm not going to lie to you, but Sam has got a move there on Levi. And Levi down to P5. Sam is on a march here. He's not got any battery though. Look at him. He's spent it all. To be fair though, they all have. They literally all have. Cypher, Smokey, apart from Rusty, who's a second clear. Not much battery saving going on here.
Yeah, and whilst one Stoke City supporter is sadly victim of that incident, the other one is making moves. Flying Rossi has overtaken Aqueen on those soft tyres. They're still just about hanging on here. Three laps in now, and well, they'll start hitting a cliff soon, but certainly getting themselves up into the points is their main priority for the team 7th in the championship.
So we started lap 4 of 25. Rusty and Cypher and Smokey, to be fair. You know what? All the top 4 are separated well over a second now, and no DRS trains happening here. But I say that, look at the midfield from P4 all the way down to P12. There's a big old train, mixture of different compounds. You got your softs, hards, and mediums, all in the mix. And looking at this, there's a move going on. It is Chelsea fan. Is he going to send it? He has sent it right up the inside of Gemma Collins. Gemma almost into the wall there. He's going to go 2 by 2, wheel to wheel, racing down the streets here. And you know what? GC has got the move done, and Chelsea fan is going to have to go again. Can he go again? He's going to try and go again. This is take 2, round 2. Chelsea fan and GC going wheel to wheel here on the softs, on the mediums. Who is going to come out victorious here? And it looks like Gemma has done it.
Car 69 prevails, but only for now, because that's 2 corners now where he's just been slow on the exit. Just looks like he's understeering, running into a bit of degradation now. Chelsea fan giving him everything. Almost showed in the wall at turn 13. Of course, it was robust and fair. He's got to try and make a move here, though. GC still in the DRS of those in front, so that almost neutralises the pressure.
So lap 5 is underway. The top 4 all separated and all strung out like Monday washing here. Levi is going to try and get the move done on Sam. Sam is on the mediums, as said, and he has got no battery left. He is now absolutely spent, and you'd expect Smokey to start pulling away if he can when the mediums start to drop off. The soft tyres are probably going to be dead in a couple of laps, to be honest. They are hanging on to the hard runners, and it won't be long before Ogwin gets the move back done on Mr. Flying Roz. Currently, no track limit warnings, or penalties, I should say. There probably is a few warnings hanging out, but no penalties after lap 5. You know, that's quite surprising, to be honest. It is quite surprising. Stokey, fastest lap with 1:31 flat after his little incident he had with Stokes.
Yeah, again, it did look like a wheel disconnect or some sort, because I don't know what driver would, you know, suddenly drive somebody into a wall. But we've seen it time and time and again. It's not impossible, but if there was one theory for that incident, it would be that. He'd be hoping it doesn't happen to him again. Quite separated out in front, but Levi, whilst his teammate leads the way, and well, he did offer Rusty that toe that pretty much secured pole position for him, and GC has got damage.
I'm sorry, 2 seconds, Ted. Yeah, Gemma's got no wing. Absolutely no front wing. Yellow flag there. And I assume he's lost it on his own. Yeah, that's not ideal. Let me tell you that. Cheers, Ted. Literally 2 seconds, Ted. Cheers, Ted. Lap 6 on the way. Yeah, battery. Oh, he's retired. So Mr. GC, he come in. He joined late, didn't he? Did he join late? Or was it Rossi?
I think it was Rossi. Yeah.
He came into the chat, told me I'm a W, you know, and then retires in the pits and leaves the session.
But he's lucky that didn't cause a safety car. He pretty much bounced into the pit lane after crashing. That's got rid of his car completely, so that's actually the best possible way he could have retired, surprisingly.
I don't think it's out in it. I don't think his heart was in it. You know, he wasn't getting lapped or anything. I just don't think he could be bothered, if I'm being truth.
Not patriotic enough today, sadly.
Not patriotic. So, Mr. Ogween closing onto the soft runners here. Poor Gemma. I know, yeah, now the joke's gone now. I can't use it. Oh, well, you know, I'll find something else. I'll find someone else to get hold of. And Ogween is closing in here. He can't get a move done there, but these softs are going to start to feel the burn soon. They really are. Going to start to feel the burn, and Ogween is gaining. He is gaining. Is he going to send it here? I think he's a little bit too far back and might be able to get him on the next straight. But Roz will have DRS on the back of Allison, and Ogween is really... Look at the acceleration up the corner compared to the softs. The softs are now absolutely toast. And this Ogween senses the opportunity. Oh, bit of a late move from Roz. Roz going very defensive, and Roz is going to send it up the inside of... Oh! Where are you going, blood, mate? Where are you off to the shops? Where's he off to? I'll tell you where he's off to. He's... Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
He's gone back to Bahrain with that attempt.
I love commentating.
Oh, my word.
Oh, it's going to take me a couple of seconds to get over that. Ogween. Oh, dear. Joseph, take it away. I need to catch my breath.
That's all right. Here comes Ogween then. Turn 13. He's got Allison in front of him, but sadly he's dropped off. He might have grazed the wall somewhere and picked up even the slightest of damage, which can set you back seconds around this track, as might be evidence for our little case study into Allison, but this looks like an overtaking opportunity because Chelsea found on the mediums, putting him under pressure. DRS open for Ogween then, and it doesn't look like anything's going to come to petition this time around, but Chelsea fan still eager to try and make a double overtake here, as here comes Ogween. He's got to be careful because he could easily yield the position back into turn 1, because Allison and Chelsea fan will both have DRS. Chelsea fan backing out at the final corner. He'll prioritise the exit. He'll still have better traction on those medium tyres, and now it is going to be a double slipstream. Allison, Ogween and Chelsea fan are all going to be going at it here, but I was expecting a 3-wide moment of some sort, but Chelsea fan goes for it anyway. Can he make the corner? Yes, he does, but he's pinched on the inside apex. We're seeing all sorts happen at turn 1.
That was almost a repeat of what happened at last lap. Flying Roz into the pits. 7 laps on the softs, that is enough for him. And he comes in, fits the hard tyre on. He's probably going to need a good few laps if he's to get anywhere near Rusty on the little undercut he's going to try, but let's see how that plays out for him. Stokey again, another fastest lap. He is starting to bold along here. Stokey, I know he's a lap, well, he's not a lap down, but without another safety car, his race is probably over, to be honest. With the incident he had and the wing change and all that. Stokey and Stonks are pretty much bystanders at the moment, but anything can happen. Safety car could come out here. Ah! Do you know what? I thought I jinxed it then. I thought I literally jinxed Chelsea fan. I thought that was it. If he'd have crashed out then and the safety car came out, I think he'd have retired, lads. Joe Murphy closing into the back of Levi. The mediums of Sam. What lap do you reckon they'll start to fall off?
Ooh, lap 12, 13, I think latest he'll try to get the most out of them, but I can't be too certain because both medium runners really pushing at the moment, getting involved in all sorts. The first half of this race, hard runners, well, they'll fancy an undercut. They'll try and pit early. They'll try maybe do more than half the race on the medium tyres, but again, it all depends on that beloved Burn Mylander when he decides to appear on the track, because it could be for anything. It could be debris, and it could be for the Aramco facility up the road having a bit of a moment, but that conversation can be for there and then, to be honest.
So moves happen on track. You know what, lads, it's been a bit stale the past couple of laps. I think everyone has kind of settled into the rhythm of the race now. Hard runners probably, laps 16, 17, maybe a little bit early if anyone wants. Probably a little bit earlier than that, right? I don't know. It's hard to say. But we're on lap 9 now. Medium runners are Sam, probably thinking about it soon, to be honest. I don't think he'll be too far away from pitting, just because where he's going to come out. Just looking at where Sam will... Oh, he has a bit of a moment there. While I'm jinxing everyone today. There's something going on here. He's going to come out in clean air. He'll come out between Furious and Rev. Bit of clean air for the lads. I assume he will be thinking about it shortly. Maybe not in the next lap, but maybe in a couple or two. And once again, Sam has another... I'm going off him. Levi on the back of Sam. Can Levi get a move, Joseph?
It looked like Sam maybe wanted to pit there, but he couldn't because Levi was on his inside. He's still on the inside. He brakes late and he gets the move done. Joe Murphy having a little look. the Bunga Racing team, man, going really well in this race and adding to an already pretty good season for those boys. And, well, this could be a very crucial lap for McCabe Sam. He's low on ERS. I'm sure he was considering pitting that time around, but he's now lost almost a second to Levi. We'll surely see him in the pit lane soon.
Just watching the battle on the back here, Race Roller and Rev. Race Roller did get a penalty there whilst battling with Rev at the end of that lap there, and Joe Murphy back up to the top. All these mediums start to fall off. 2.7 seconds the gap now between him and Levi. There was one point when Levi and Sam were wheel to wheel, so really is starting to, well, it's Levi and Smokey even, the gap 2.6. Sam now dropping out of the DRS. They were wheel to wheel at one point. So Sam's got to be thinking about coming in shortly here. Doesn't want to be a sitting duck for Joe. And like you said on the last lap, I think Sam did want to pit on the last lap. And do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he does this lap.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also looking at the leaders still, concentrating on them. You lose about 23 seconds in the pit lane. So if any of the front runners were to try and undercut, they'd have to be careful of that gap to the leader, because that Race Roller Rev Caterpillar battle is happening about 23 seconds behind, so they'll have to be cautious of that. We'll be getting there in a few laps though. Joe Murphy now on McCabe Sam, also struggling for ERS, using the pure slipstream and DRS to try and make a move, but McCabe Sam holds on, shown in the wall again almost, but it's well defended for the time being. He does stay out another lap.
Yeah, he's staying out another lap now. He's starting to cause Joe a few problems, let me tell you that. He's starting to hold up Joe a little bit. Looks like a move's happened at the back there, and yeah, Rev has been passed by Race Roller. Little good battle going on between Joe and Sam though, whilst his mediums are starting to fall off and start to feel the burn of the track. You'd expect him to come in this lap, but you know, we said that at the last.
I think just waiting for when the pit windows sort of align, because if a safety car comes out, the hard runners could go onto the mediums and the medium runners could go onto the hards. It's sort of that stage in the race where you don't really want to throw yourself out of contention. But again, Joe Murphy, I think that ERS just is limiting factor at the moment as he tries to well, stick with Levi, but he's now up the road. 1.7 seconds. Time penalties for Stokey now as well as he tries to push on in this race. He's 3 seconds behind Flying Rozzy, but will have to pit again.
Here goes Joe then. It's just Joe's chance. He looks like he's going to lick the stamp. He hasn't licked the stamp. He almost thought about it. Is this where Sam comes into pit? Joe Murphy will have DRS, and it looks like he is. Yellow flag. Who's that for? It looks like Flying Roz is in the wall or something. Let's go on board with him. And you can't park there, sir. You can't park there. He's not got any damage, though. It looks like he just spun out on his own. So Sam is in on lap 12. So the hard runners might follow him, what, 2 or 3 laps maybe, to be honest.
Yeah, Flying Rozzy almost conveniently helping out his former St George's teammate there, McCabe Sam, but it's the visceral man now. He's into the pits. His teammate up in third. It's been a solid race for Smokey, qualifying in the top 5, of course, but he's finding pace here. He's almost back in the DRS of Skither. He's really pushing here. ERS coming down to the critical stages. Rusty, though, still absolutely dominating. And he's dominating on the ERS front as well. Rev Caterpillar, the latest to pick up a penalty.
Yeah, the front 3, well, even like the front 4, are all distance away, but Smokey's just got himself in Cypher's DRS here. I think Cypher's had a few dodgy corners or something, because Smokey was not that close to him before. The gap at the top, yeah, it's definitely... Rusty was 2.7 seconds ahead at the start of the lap. It's now 3.1, so I think Cypher has had an error in that lap somewhere. We'll just compare lap times as they cross the line. But yeah, it looks like Smokey is just caught into the back of Cypher after a couple of errors or something. So Cypher, let's see his lap times. Let's compare them. So comes across the line 32.3, and it's Smokey's. Let's go on board with him now. So 32.3, and it's a 31.5. So he gained 0.8 that lap, Smokey did.
Yeah, he did. He's really started to make the most of his surplus ERS. He'll now put together under pressure, and Rusty will be seeing this and going, yeah, thank the Lord. My race leaders just got a lot more comfortable when those two start to battle. I don't think anybody is looking like they'll be catching up to him this afternoon. Pit stops for Ogween and Chelsea Fan onto mediums and hards respectively.
Yeah, like I said, he's arguably the most informed driver at the moment. The amount of something's happened to Cypher here. I don't know if he's picked up damage along the way, but he is struggling out there. Just on board with him, and then it looked like he was struggling for a bit of traction. Maybe the hards are just. He's left the session. He has left the session,
Wow.
Joseph.
I'll get it back
if you
in.
want to give him an invite, I feel like I'm jinxing everyone today. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'll send him a few, because I know that invites can disappear
Well,
quite
this is going to be an
quickly.
easy move for Smokey now. He's going to go right through the side of him. Yeah, I don't know if Cypher's lap was a reason for him to disconnect or not, but he has disconnected. He has disconnected, and that leaves Smokey, and that leaves Rusty clear. 5 seconds clear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I know he's our resident American in this lobby, but I've never really had a problem with him connection-wise, and that is a shame to see him exit like that. Yeah, it might be something on his end therefore, but 95 AI is just about going to keep him in podium contention here. I don't think it's too slow. If he joins back quickly, he might be able to hold on from Levi in the latter stages of this race. Penalty for flying Rossi. We should start seeing some pit stops considered very soon. I think there is now a gap forming for the likes of Rusty to slot into. We'll soon see though.
Yeah.
Shame though for Skither.
I mean, yeah, what Wex said there, it's not exactly the most luck-filled race for the lads, is it? You know, Stonks was in a wall or something happened to Stonks, and yeah, Cypher. He said that everyone just left this session. That's exactly what. That's what exactly I've had the problem with before.
Yeah.
Where like the race finishes for you, like it's weird. It's a weird glitch and a weird disconnect, where your race literally just ends.
He's back in though.
That is the gate. There's a yellow flag. Furious, maybe? I'm trying to look. Maybe it was just a ghost. Maybe it was just a wild marshal.
Oh, I know what's happened to
it was.
Skither here.
Oh no, that's a yellow. That's Smokey. That's Stokey even. Smokey got the penalty for speeding in the pits. Joe Murphy speeding in the pits. Can you stop speeding, lads? Come on. Right, just break. Yeah, Stokey's had a bit of a spin. But the pit window is now open. I assume Rusty will just wait until everyone else is pit.
He's got an 8-second lead now, and I'm not sure if the glitch is still in the game. Somebody might be able to confirm this for me, but I've had it before. Similar issue where you get you get tyres in the negative. It looks like though he's able to hold on from Levi fairly easily, so I think they've now fixed that glitch. But yeah, that could have seriously put his race in jeopardy. Very easy to find a wall when your tyres are cold, but we're starting to see the pit stops now. Drivers speeding into the pit lane, which you don't want to do, but you also, if you cut the inside, you get a slowdown and a 5-second tyre penalty, so it's whether those can be appealed. I wouldn't have them set in stone just yet.
MK starting to catch Furious, who's on 12 lap old mediums. MK on the fresh ones, just coming out of the pits in P12. Rusty though, 8 seconds out in front. 8 seconds.
One of the more dominant performances I've seen. It's not over yet, but yeah.
Well, oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh.
Well, that throws a cat amongst the pigeons, let me tell you that. Is Cypher going to get one out? Cypher's very careful, and he is. So, Rusty's dominant performance, he's still going to be about 8 seconds out ahead, or is he? Because Mr. Smokey's coming around the final corner here, and Smokey, he also was a 5-second though as well, didn't he? You know, but Rusty is now out the pits, but he does have a 5 seconds. So a safety car from now to the end spices it up a bit. Let me tell you that. It does. It would probably put Cypher, yeah, probably Cypher, maybe Rusty good P2. Interesting.
I would assume it's the corner cutting issue, because it's very rare. These drivers have been around here countless times now, so it's a very popular track amongst the F1 calendars, but I'd assume it's the old corner cutting thing, which I think the slowdown penalty is enough to take that 5 seconds off. But indeed, it's based on the track notes. If nothing's listed about that, then it will be very, very subjective to our stewards here at AEC.
So Mr. MK all over the back now of Furious, who's on the 13-lap old medium. Cypher's left again.
Again?
I think Cypher is stealing Wi-Fi off buses that go past.
I didn't even know they had buses in America.
What are they called? They are called buses. School, but I know they have school buses, but...
Yeah, they're the big yellow elementary buses, I know those.
That's the ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's...
Well, he's going to drop another position, and he might be okay. He needs to get back in, though. But he's losing another position here. Levi's into the pits. Levi's going to come out, and Cypher and Sam switch positions because Cypher's not in the lobby. He might hold on to P5 if he gets straight back in. The AI, Crispy, I think it's on 95 now.
95. Yep.
Yeah, it's on 95. I mean, in Tier 2 and Tier 1, it's on 70. So if 95 is low, God help them.
It's keeping up. It's keeping up with McKay and Sam. And I think we've all been in this situation where we've sensed that the AI is actually quicker than us. But that tyre difference, he's still in it. He might even make an overtake. And if his AI pulls off an overtake, we are witnessing history here. Surely. If he's joined back, he might be able to do it himself.
Yeah, if he leaves again, you know what? His AI's coming here. And I don't know if Crispy's trying to be sarcastic, if the AI is actually keeping up with Sam. Is he trying to call Sam slow? He might be. But hey, Cypher, he's lost one position and probably lost about 8/10 to Mr. Joe Murphy. So at the end of the day, it could have been a lot worse, let me tell you. It could have been a lot worse. Cypher is now back in control of his car, and you know what? He might get this position straight back on Sam here. He genuinely might get it straight back, and Rusty sets fastest lap again. 7 laps to go of the race, and here goes Cypher. Then DRS activated. Can he get the move?
Oh.
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 No, he can't. He can't get the move, Joseph. He can't get the move because he's coming to pit.
He's got again. That might be
He's
him.
left the session.
Gone for good.
Oh. Oh. Well. Right then. I don't know what to say. He's neck in half, mate. I don't know what to say. I thought he was priming for the overtake then. I thought he was. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Right. Anyway, lads, back onto the race. Chelsea fan closing into the back of his teammate, but that's probably the only one really. Race Roller also on the back of Rev. There's not much happening at the top of the field, lads. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, there isn't. Levi, though, if the penalties, I think there will be appealed based on the track notes. I think you are allowed to cut, and if the game gives you a penalty, the game gives you a penalty. It's fairly inconsistent, and so those may be taken off. But Levi still hoping that maybe with a track limits penalty on top of Smokey's penalty, original 5-second penalty, that he will be able to secure an LRX 1-2. And on a day where PSR are down in 13th and 15th, maybe take huge strides towards the championship with that.
So Race Roller, DRS activated on the back of Rev Caterpillar. There's a lot of penalties on the show now. There you go. Penalties for everyone to have a look at it. A 5-second penalty for Rusty. He's probably going to still hold P1 if a safety car comes out. Unless someone stays out. But he genuinely might still hold P1. So that penalty might not even affect him, to be honest. So, Race Roller starts 19th lap now on the back of Mr. Rev Caterpillar. The battle for P12 and P11. This is the most exciting overtake you ever see if this happens. Because nothing else has happened, lads. I'm not going to lie to you. So, Egger also closing onto the back of Joe. No, it's not going to happen. 6 laps to go. Rusty looks like he's got this.
He does look like he's been in control since lap 1, to be honest, where he first escaped DRS. His start was excellent. He left Stokey, who's still going on the second set of mediums now, because obviously that lobby restart gave everybody a bit more every choice in their tyres, but he's done nothing wrong. He's flying.
Yeah, he is. He is. He might even... If he pits... Oh, no. Stokey with a penalty at 17. You know what? Stokey's seeing this out here. Fair play to the guy.
Yeah, fair play.
Same with Stonks. They had their incident at the start of the race, and they've seen it out. You know, they're not retiring the pits or anything like that. Unlike Gemma, who did. But hey, that's what it is. Lap 20 now, 5 laps to go. If a safety car came out now, it would spice things up majorly. I don't see anyone close enough to cause a safety car, to be honest. Race roller rev. Race roller and Rev. Here we go then. Is Race roller. He is gaining. He is gaining on the back of Rev. Is Rev going to defend? He's not, because Race roller's not attacked him. Mr. Levi, penalty. So Sam might need to get his skates on and see if he can catch back up to Levi, because the gap is 4.5.
Yeah, that's now Smokey comfortably in P2 by the way, looks of it. There'd need to be a 2-second gap. Oh.
Sorry, I just went on board furious and I don't know what's happened there. Stonk, what's going on here? You've got Stonks on the inside of Flying Roz, and Roz needs to be careful.
He's hit the wall.
He's got to... I said, literally, as I said it, Joseph, as I said it, I said Roz needs to be careful. I literally said it. Oh well. Mr. Fury. Go on,
still
Joseph,
after
take it away.
20 laps, Stonks and Stokey, sorry, still right next to each other. It's Furious ahead of Flying Rozzy. Yeah, it just looked like Stonks clipped the inside wall. It's very difficult to get 2 cars through there, but he hit the wall and then hit Stokey. Not Stokey, Rozzy. Oh, I'm getting so confused with everybody at the moment, but it is what it is. The game's the game, as our chat's been telling us for 21 laps.
Yeah, it's not been a great show for Cody's this race, I'm not going to lie to you. You wouldn't have this on compilation to bad a game. You really wouldn't. Shouldn't have gone for that. I mean, maybe not. You may be right. Anyway, Mr. Race Roller on the back of Rev. This is take 2, and Rev has been passed this time. Is he going to try and defend it? He is going to try and defend it on the inside, and you know what? If he pulls this off... No, he can't. He's been passed by Race Roller. There's a yellow.
Can't part of this, eh?
Anyway, lap 20, we are now on Rusty. 7 seconds out in front, Joseph. 7!
I was waiting for your fantastic, as always, impeccable. Can't part there, Sarin, but I think we need a button that we just press and it automatically does it. That would be a good game feature, actually. You press like your right stick in and you just get noises playing out of your choice. Might be some
It's a bit
copyright
like the keyboard
claims.
at school.
Yeah.
Disco, what was it? Was it disco? No, it wasn't. DJ, that was it. So, lap 21, Stonks penalty. They are racking the penalties up now. What is he on? He's on 3. The top 2 are on 5. Third is on 3. It's only the people in the mid-pack, really. Cypher on the back at Rev. Joseph, can he get the move?
Well, you'd hope so, because PSR needs to salvage as much points as they can here, as well, he's got the outside line momentarily for the penultimate corner. He's gaining on Race Roller with a penalty. So, safety car!
Oh, sorry, 2 secs, Ted!
It's
2 secs, Ted! Oh my, I don't know if Roz was just sat on the track there. I don't know if he was. It looked like he hit the wall or something, but he was just stationary. He's got no wings, so maybe it's because of that. Oh dear. Right then.
McCabe Sam will be in the
Levi drive through!
Oh, no.
Ooh! Sorry, Joe, I might have just killed your eardrums there. Oh. Now then.
Oh, Levi.
I bet you Mr. Cypher's getting straight back in. He's already in the game. I thought he left. He's back in. I bet he's like, oh, come here, lad. I'm back in game now.
Levi cannot serve that
no, he can't.
that penalty until the safety car comes in, so he'll be right down to the back of the field. That is costly for NRX, and PSR finally probably punching the air. They're not lost as many points as they perhaps should have in this race, but completely unlucky from their perspective. Neither of their issues their fault, really, but who has fixed this race? What is going on? And McCabe Sam on penalties will be the net leader.
Yeah, Sam is favourite for this race now. Rusty and Smokey. No, Smokey's coming in to save his 5 seconds. So that will not be getting removed because he is serving it now. Rusty, though, staying out with a 5-second penalty. Maybe he's gambling on the fact that it might get removed. But people are coming into the pits. Levi obviously can't serve his drive-through. He's coming in to serve his 5 second. Or did he have a 5 second? No, he didn't. Soft on for him. Rusty, all the hard work that he's done might be going up in flames here.
Interesting for Levi. Oh, obviously Levi had to pit, but well, he didn't have to. He's pretty much screwed either way. But Smokey, interestingly, has sacrificed 5, 6 trap positions there. Maybe he didn't think the penalty was removable, because I'm not quite sure how easy it will be to make those overtakes again.
Breaking news for you. Mr. NRX, Jan and Jack believe that it will not get removed, so they reckon he is actually sped into the pits. It might come in straight away. To be honest, it might come in. I think it will come in straight away here. We're going to have 2 laps of racing. There'll be no DRS. It is going to be an absolute fight to the finish here. And Sam, this out of nowhere, literally nowhere, is the favourite for this race.
I'm just trying to confirm whether it was speeding or the cutting the pit lane, because that will heavily influence the. Okay, they're saying it's the glitch.
Here we go then. So Rusty, who led the way here for every single lap. I think he has led every single lap. But Sam is on the back of him. Sam is on the back of it. He's on 11 lap old hards. Smokey and Levi on the softs, though, P7 and 8. I don't think they're going to be able to catch the leaders up here. But Rusty, 2 lap. Oh, that's Ros getting lapped. Oh, what's Ros doing? Did Ros not pit? Why is Ros not... I'm confused. Anyway, Rusty is gone. He is gone. Sam all over the back of him. He's trying to break the toe. Is Sam going to send it here? He might do. He really might do. And Sam round the outside. No, he does not. He backs out of it. And Ros is into the pits. So we are on the penultimate lap of the race. Smokey and Allison battling. It looks like Ros is staying out again. He wants to be in the action. He wants to be that guy. But he is not that guy. Rusty might be that guy. But Sam might win this.
And Skinner and Race Roller wheel to wheel, and where we saw some overtaking on the first lap, now on the penultimate lap, we're seeing it again. What a move from Skinner up into 8th place, proving that you should stay in the race, and this is why. Rusty already a second out in front as he tries to just, well, assuming that penalty can be removed, just cement his race victory here, wheel to wheel between Ogween and Smokey on the soft tyres is still after a race victory on track. This could be an incredible 8th to 5th comeback, and a penalty as well for Ogween. Joe Murphy 5 seconds, NRX Rusty 5 seconds as well. Both we assume can be removed, but Smokey still firmly in the hunt for a podium here.
Mr. Levi still has to serve his drive-through, and he will serve it this lap. Otherwise, he'll probably hit the disqualify. So he has to come in this lap, and he's going to finish last. He might even finish outside the points here. Levi, who was he P3 or P4 when the safety car came out? So they are going to lose a heap of points. We are now entering the final lap here. And if penalties don't get removed, Sam looks like he's going to win this race here. But anything can happen. It's the final race. It's the final lap here. Rusty leading us by 1.6 seconds. He is going for this. He really wants to win this on track. I don't know if he will, though. But it is all happening in behind. Smokey on the softs. It gets close on the back of Joe. Oh, my goodness me.
Yeah, McCabe Sam might be considering just backing up these guys, so perhaps Visceral could secure a 2-3 in this race, and the team 11 points off the lead of the championship. They will take every point they can get. Oh, he spun Edgar Jr. Oh, a huge spin from P4 in this race. He's lost it, and Smokey impeded by that, but still, he's after the podium on track. It will be a 1-2 provisionally. And
He spun! Oh,
Stay!
My God! This is all happening at AEC this week. Let me tell you straight, lads. Let me tell you, we had it last night. Tier 1. Oh my goodness me, Sam is going to win this race, or is he? Or is he? Because Mr. Joe is coming from here. He might get this 5-second remove. Smokey on the back of him as well. This is absolutely madness. Here we go, and we're entering the final sector of the race. Who is going to win this race? You know what? I don't know who's going to win this race. It looks like Sam is. Is it going to be a 1-2 for VSR, though? It might be. Joseph, take us away for the final lap.
Well, round the outside, he's surely going to have the traction on the soft tyres. Joe Murphy is flashing, and against all odds. I don't believe it, Tom. It's a VSR 1-2. Oh
my God. Rusty has left the session straight away. P9. Oh my goodness me.
I've never seen anything like it.
Cypher P3. How's he managed that?
What?
Levi, 20-second penalty because he didn't save his drive-through. Oh my God. Do you know what? Do you know what this race has taught me? How I love not racing. Because let me tell you, if I was Rusty right now, the controller is getting thrown straight through the screen. Wow.
Mine would be out the window with my Xbox. And,
yeah, with the Xbox TV as well. Get the TV.
Some underprivileged individual in Derby or somewhere will pick up my Xbox because it's gone that far. I don't believe it.
Mental. 61 people watching the end of that race. Do you know what I said during that? I went, this is not good. This is good for Cody's, this race. You know, good promotional, but bloody hell. The last 2 races have been mental. What a race, Axel. Absolutely, you know, privileged to call it with Joseph there. Wow, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. It's AEC chill. Nick, mate, this is AEC and we have good content here. We have some mad races and we have done the past 2 races. Every TRS race has been mad. You know, it doesn't matter if it's AEC or lap 5, you know, of a 5-lapper. If that happens in any race, it's mental, and it was. I'm speechless. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's all 1-2.
Oh, am I allowed back next week after that? Because I'd love to.
Mate, it's your permanent role. You do what you like with it. Yeah, there's the classification. Sam, Smokey, Cypher. Somehow, with 4 disconnects, I think it was. I don't know how he got it. I mean, we might have to check how long he was actually in AI for. But no. Allison P4 as well. Joe Murphy P5. MK P6. He'll be happy with that. Ogween P7. Race Fowler P8. Rusty P9. Blimey.
And is that surely Visceral in the lead of the championship from third and seemingly outsiders based on qualifying? Wow.
Yeah, I think they will. Yeah. Madness. We'll catch you next week, lads. Tier 2 on Tuesday. I know everyone's in the chat like, oh, Tier 2. But hey, Tier 2's Tuesday. Tier 1 on Wednesday. Then it will be back here for round 4. Hopefully Joseph joins me back for next week. Next week we are around Spain. Spain next week. So join us for that Tier S. Yeah, any final words, Joseph?
That was very worth it. It was a bit stagnant. We sort of plateaued in terms of action, but the final lap, oh my word, my voice. I should not be shouting. I've got tissues with like herbs and spices and cough sweets and everything, but it is so worth it.
Perfect. Right, lads, we'll catch you next week for the Tier 2, 1 and S. Make sure to tune in because anything can happen in racing, and I think that's clear right there. The past 2 races, crazy. Right, we will see you later, everyone.